Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the fourth episode of the Urban Rap Podcast. This one will be the top 10 grime artists of all time. So, as you can imagine, took a lot of strenuous research, first of all, and a lot of debating, I'm sure, to follow. But first of all, let's say hello to the guys. So, first of all, JB, how's it going?
Yeah, man, not bad. How you doing? You all right?
Yeah, good, man. Good. You got a new background, scenery. What's going on? What have you been doing in lockdown?
I changed the scenery for this week, man.
Yeah, man. It looks decent.
I went with Bill's idea for his.
Yeah, you be getting your Bob the Builder on. I can see it.
Lockdown for you, man.
Yeah, looks good. Bill, how's it going?
Yeah, man, not bad. You all good?
Decent. It's been interesting, this one, ain't it?
It's been a busy week, actually.
Yeah, just as a whole. I mean, I think getting ready for this podcast in terms of the list and whatnot, I thought I was okay. Middle of the week, I thought I was good. Thought I was sorted. You know, I peaked early, clearly, because back into the week, man was gone. Didn't know. Changed about 5 times. So, interesting. How did you guys find doing your list?
Yeah, mine's changed a few times, I ain't gonna lie. My top 5 especially. I don't know what order to put it in, but...
That's it, innit? It's exactly that. There's like a few positions you got to like, you know, they should be in that top 3 or top 5. It's just whereabouts. It's just one of those. But no, it'll be an interesting debate. So we'll go on to news first of all. And should we just start with the main man at the moment?
Yeah, let's start with that.
Going on. So, man went to prison for 24 months. Yeah, cool. You got out early because of COVID. Cool. Comes out. Let's be honest, he doesn't market it. He doesn't really do anything. He dropped that one sort of picture that was a billboard in Times Square, and that was all he really done. Then he's just come out with this banger. Tekashi 6ix9ine is back. The song, right, first of all, the song. Let's ignore everything else. The song. What do you think of the song?
It's typical.
Yeah, it's
typical 6ix9ine, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of shouting. There's lots of arse. There's lots of colours. Yeah, typical Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Typical
Really.
6ix9ine. He ain't changed.
He ain't changed at all, man. I love the song. Like, I love the guy. I like all his music anyway. So I'm a big fan. It's the song banged. I mean, it got the most hip hop views. Beat Eminem's track for the most hip hop views in 24 hours. He's breaking records left, right, and centre. The Instagram live he went on, of course, broke a record for the most viewers on that. 2 million.
2 million, yeah. Crazy.
So let's talk about the Instagram live, the Meek Mill stuff and whatever. We'll just touch on it. What's your thoughts on the person he is now? I mean, he's the same person in terms of music, but just the way he's come out swinging. Let's be honest. He ain't saying sorry for nothing.
I mean, he's kind of come out and he's gone at 50 son. I'm sure he went at 50 during that Instagram live as well, saying he's not the king of New York. Yeah, I mean, it's not a very good way to come out, I don't think, in terms of swinging for everybody. Because at the end of the day, he's still going to have, the bloods on his back for snitching on most of them.
Yeah, so, that's like his baby mum literally put on her Instagram story that the bloods are after him. Do you know what I mean? It's like, and it's in God's hands now. Like, the blood, they're after him. They're going to get him. They'll catch up to him.
Yeah, of course. I mean, he had to actually be moved safe houses after that Instagram live because some girl who was living next door actually filmed Tekashi 6ix9ine doing the live.
That was mad.
So he's
trolling again, though. He's still trolling because he put an Instagram picture up with him outside of a house. They're still trolling people.
He don't care, does he? He just wants to start all this up. He wants to start madness up. It's simple as that. Like.
But what makes me laugh in the video when the rat emoji face comes over.
Yeah, he don't give a fuck, does he? He don't give a fuck. He didn't make no excuses. He literally said, "Well, you done this, and this. Why wouldn't I snitch on you?" All right, cool. Like, you know what?
Mad.
There's a couple of ways you go about things like that and whatever. For those like who've been in that situation, I'm sure they have their own mindset and whatever else. I'm guessing there's 1 or 2 ways you go about it. One, you come out saying, "There's this reason I didn't really snitch. You know, it wasn't me or whatever else." He just come out and said, "Yeah, I done it. I'm not."
Yeah.
You know, it's like cool. You do you. Like music side, banging. I mean, 2 million viewers on Instagram. That shark around his neck is apparently worth $1.6 million.
Crazy money, man.
Mad. But you know what? If whatever happens to him happens, then you know it's out of everyone's hands. But I just hope we do get a bit more music from him first. Yeah, because I'm a big fan. But
there will be a lot of music from him.
Yeah, definitely. So Tekashi 6ix9ine is back. We'll see how long for. So on to next lot of news. Kalani dropped an album. I think it was Friday just gone.
Yeah.
Has anyone heard it first of all?
Yeah, I've heard it. I like it, man.
Yeah, what's your thoughts? What was I going to say? What's your thoughts?
Good album. Like, I didn't skip a tune as well. You know, like we do the skip rule.
Yeah.
I didn't really skip any music on there. There was a couple slow ones where I thought, nah, I don't really like it. But other than that, I thought it was a good album, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, off camera spoke about there's been a few interesting sort of reviews and critiques about it, I guess you could say. Not everyone's feeling it. I haven't heard it, to be fair. I haven't heard it.
Yeah, it did surprise me because I thought it was a solid R&B album. The Tory Lanez track as well, which is probably the best song on the album for me.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment,
I didn't see nothing bad with it, to be fair.
Yeah, exactly. At the moment, I think anything Tory Lanez touches is pretty much gold at the moment. So, but yeah, no, she's a good artist. So I look forward to hearing it, and whatever people have to say about it, it's their own opinions, whatever else. So, did anyone else come across any more news they want to bring up?
Yeah, me actually. About 2 hours ago, JME and Skepta have just released a new song called Nang. And yeah, I mean, the beat on it is hard.
I don't like it.
That's a typical,
I don't mind it.
Typical you.
I don't like it. I'm going to be honest, hands up. I don't like it. Let me tell you why I don't like it, right? What was their other song they had before? Was it That's Not Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was that. I was getting confused with Man Don't Care with Gigs in it. It just sounds like a shitty version of that. The way the song's done, like the way it's chopped up and the way it's done and the type of hook it is. I know it's different people on the hook or whatever else, but it's the way it's done. I just think it's a shitty version of that.
No, I didn't mind it. I'm
not feeling it. And our list will probably come into this conversation a bit as well when we're doing it. So we'll leave that one there. But at final news, we always try and bring up an upcoming album, something that's coming up. So I saw over the weekend that NSG are preparing a new album. Its release date, I believe its release date it's middle of June release date, and it's gonna have Chipmunk and Tion Wayne feature on it. Two solid features, can't really go wrong. We're into that sort of dance vibes and all that sort of Afro beats. They're two pretty good features to have on it, I guess. Thoughts on NSG as a group, first of all?
I like them, man. I go like they're a tune. Like every song they do is something to get the club pumping. Do you know what I mean? Like, and they've always got a dance you can do with it.
Yeah,
I like it for that, just for the turn up value. But
I mean, I agree with you, Jack. But I do feel that every kind of beat they use in every kind of their songs kind of do sound the same a little.
They do sound similar.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong; they're all very good songs, and they're all very like dancey club songs. But I find everything very similar.
Yeah, I see what you mean. A lot of their beats sound similar, and a lot of the flows that they use are similar as well. But you think they've always got something. Everyone loves their tunes when they come out.
Oh yeah,
yeah. They're definitely sort of a floor filler. Yeah, get people up and dancing and whatnot. So you know what? I like them. I like the music, whatever they've put out. So that'll be an interesting album. See what they've got ready for summer. So without further ado, shall we? Right, okay. Let's get a few rules out there first, right? Just have even playing ground, and so all you listeners are not gonna hate on us. Come and find us, come and track us down or whatever. Yeah, let's have it straight first, right? So it is UK Grime, and that is different to UK hip hop. There's a difference, and UK rap. There is a difference. Let's be honest. So for any people over a certain age who are gonna come at us, and like me and Jack were talking off camera, yes, big up all your Kalashnikov, Skinny Man, all of that. Yeah, got love for all of that. But also, if you come forward, like nowadays rappers, there are a lot of Afro beats sort of things in there as well, right? Or sort of UK hip hop. So it's your OGs of grime, more or less. A few newer heads put in there. So is that clarified for everyone what we're going for? Yeah.
Yeah.
So 140 BPM is how they spit most of the time.
Most of the time, 100%. So, right, we're not going to do none of this debating after every single one. We're going to go around, say who we got at each position. You can talk about a couple of others after as well, for those who we haven't mentioned between us. But I'm sure between the three of us, we'll cover most. Okay, I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, for the people who are not in my list, but here we go. Right, at number 10. Okay, number 10, I've gone for Dizzy Rascal.
Okay.
And you guys both know I don't like him. And I don't like
That's
Dizzy
why it
Rascal.
surprised me.
Yeah, I don't like Dizzy Rascal. But for everything he's done, everything he's done for the scene, and you know what? It's going to come in later on when we talk about it properly. And for that reason, I'm not even going to say it. I'm going to hold that there. So Dizzy Rascal is number 10. Everything he's done for the scene. You know, he's legendary. He is legendary in the scene. Started off same sort of time as Wiley. Yes, we know about the beef and all that nonsense or whatever else. But for that reason, I put number 10, Dizzy Rascal. Jack, away you go.
Number 10 for me is JME. So I've got JME in at number 10. Just for, he's not your typical grime rapper for one. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's gone against what every other grime rapper is. And yeah, he put together BBK, obviously, with Skepta. Just marketing the Boy Better Know brand is just crazy as well. And he's never left grime. I've never heard a tune from JME that isn't grime. So for me, he's 10. Yeah,
fair enough. Can't argue with it. Bill?
I mean, I don't even have to give reasoning there because Jack's just done it for me. Number 10, I've got JME as well.
Oh, no.
Interesting. I know why you both like the song then. Okay. Okay. Yeah, fair's. All right. Quite easy one to sort of go through. I think no real surprises about who's in our list. Maybe the positions.
Yeah.
For one of them. But okay, cool. Number 9 is Skepta. I don't like Skepta either. I don't like him. Let's have it straight. I'm not a fan. But again, for I guess similar reasons to JME. You know, a lot of similar reasons. Started it all up, BBK. You got to appreciate what he's done for the scene, though. To be honest, took it to America, got Drake involved with the whole UK scene. So I big up himself from that. Like, fair play. So yeah, number 9 for me is Skepta.
Number 9 for me, I'm going Bashi for number 9. And a lot of people know about Bashi in the new school sense of grime as it is. So he's so underrated, man. From his clash with Getz, the infamous clash with Getz, where's Carlos? People still talk about that today. And just the way he marketed as well. So for when he dropped his mixtape, it was the Chopper Chops mixtape. For him, he sellotaped Chopper Chop lollies with it to help promote it. And that marketing at the time was, you think you're a school kid coming out or something like that, and you see a Chopper Chop lolly, you're going to go and buy that. Do you know what I mean? And the grime tracks that he done, the messages behind, when he done Black Boys as well, no one else was spitting like that. No one was talking like that then. So yeah, Bashi's got to be on my list.
Yeah, fairs, can't argue. Bill, number 9.
Yeah, number 9, I've got Devlin. See, I mean, being brought up around Dagenham, a lot of people used to talk about Devlin in school. I think one of the first songs I heard in school was London City. And then he kind of started to release a couple more songs like Watchtower featuring Ed Sheeran, which I think he was trying to push a bit more mainstream then. But yeah, I mean, he's in my list. He's hard.
Devlin's hard. Can't argue with that. Devlin is hard, without a doubt. Number 8. Now, wherever he's gone since, he started off as a grime artist, all right? And he still is grime. And that's Akala for me. Number 8. Now, there's going to be a lot of conversation about this guy. There's a lot of people who rate him, a lot of people who think, yeah, he's just there. So I'm sure that'll come later. When we do the final list, we'll have a conversation about that properly. But yeah, bar for bar, he's hard. His Daily Duppy was ridiculous.
Yeah.
That was ridiculous. That come out when did it come out? About a month ago.
Yeah.
That was ridiculous. But
freestyles, anything like that.
Oh, he's mad. But we'll circle back. So Jack, number 8.
Number 8, I'm putting Devlin at number 8, slightly higher than Bill put him. But this is for obviously before when Runaway and all that come out. When he got brought into the movement, he was on Fuck Radio, just went ham, went at Wiley, literally all the beef that surrounded him as well, just brought his name up. And like, they were talking about him at school when I was at school when he first come out. But that's when he was grime, like proper grime. And yeah, he's got to be in the top 10. His bars and his lyrics are just untouchable sometimes, man.
I mean, his bars as well in Game Over. Teacher Schreider's Game Over. He's
crazy.
Mad.
Crazy. But while he's a bit lower down in my list just because he come away from Grime and stuff, and he's been a bit inconsistent recently.
Yeah.
But yeah, back in the day, he was untouchable, man.
It wasn't that long ago. Me and Sandra see him in random Tesco's.
How the mighty have fallen. Yeah, no, fairs. Bill, on to you.
In at number 8, I have got Giggs. Let me clarify. I'm talking about Giggs' older stuff. So I'm talking about Giggs' Monster Man. He's Hustle On. He's talking the hardest. You know, I mean, and also what he's done now by kind of jumping on the bandwagon with Drake. He's moved away from grime as such. And his newer stuff isn't as great as his older stuff. But, I mean, yeah, he's solid in there at number
8. Fairs. We're not going to debate these yet. Number 7. Okay. There's a lot of people I don't like in my list, to be fair. I'm just sort of realising now. But I rate them. That's the difference. I don't like them. I rate them, though, for what they've done. So number 7 is The Godfather, is Wiley.
Okay.
Another one I don't really like. Not a big fan, nothing like that. But like everything he's done for the scene. You know, brought up from ground zero. He's just iconic, and he's just iconic. Whatever's going on now aside, you know, he is making a bit of a fool of himself at times now. But that is what it is.
Wiley for you. He's always been the same.
He's always been like that. He's always been one. He just doesn't know when to stop sometimes, or he just starts for no reason, whatever it is. But everything he's done in the scene, past and present, and I'm sure what he's going to do as well. Wiley's my number 7.
I've put number 7. I've got D.E.E. And the reason for D.E.E., he's probably the best grime rapper, I'm not going to lie. And he's even been labelled that by certain other grime rappers as well. But you don't hear enough of him mainstream as well. So he's gone down in the list for me. But you just don't hear as many tracks as you hear from people who are high up in my list. But yeah, he's probably my favourite. Flows, he's got to be the best at rhyming a flow.
Yes.
And he's been around since it started as well, man. He's got to be in your top 10 somewhere. But yeah, for me, he's a bit lower down just because of the fact that he's kind of, I don't know, he can't really explain it. I think some people are more there in your face and he isn't.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Kind of, yeah, he's lower down in the list just for that reason, to be honest. But to me, he is probably one of the best grime rappers for flows and bars.
Fair. Can I give it, Bill, on to you?
I think one of you have mentioned him already. In at number 7, I've got Skepta. Now, I kind of started to listen to Skepta when he kind of, do you know what? Most of the artists I'm going to mention, I started to listen to when they went kind of more mainstream. So you had Rescue Me. You had, obviously, Shutdown's one of his other kind of mainstream songs. And one of his... what's that?
That is still grime. Shutdown's grime.
Yeah, it's still kind of grime, but he's kind of pushing for more mainstream, isn't he? With that kind of song. And one of his famous songs that everyone spoke about for ages was All Over the House.
Not gonna lie, yeah. The video was that was actually a shit song.
That was a shit song, but the video
was shit.
Everyone gassed on it when they were like 12, 13 years old.
That got hated.
They got hate, bro. They got hate. You could have watched that song on
TV. Oh, mate.
Yeah. Skepta was on my list. I'm sure you haven't heard the last of Skepta as well, but he was on my list. Okay, what number are we at? 6?
Yeah, 6.
6 for me is Bashi. Jack's mentioned him already. Bashi was hard. Bashi was too much, man. Everyone knows him now for being in Top Boy and being a film star. Right? Bruv, don't get it twisted. This guy was cold when he first come on the scene. You know, you spoke with the beef about Gets, or was it Ghetto back then, weren't he? Whatever he was calling himself. Yeah. It was mad. It was madness. The guy was cold.
He was mad, wasn't he?
He was so... I think, personally, and we'll never be able to judge this, if he stayed in the scene, it would look very different than it does now.
Yeah.
He would be fighting for your number 1 and 2 position if he stayed in the scene. Yeah, I don't question it.
100%.
Yeah. He was that good, you know, and he would have been the one taking it to America, like Skepta and then Stormzy or whatever. he'd be doing that without a doubt. You know, he'd be the one American artists be
Yeah.
fighting to do it with. So
Yeah,
that
his
reason,
part was in acting. Yeah, so
yeah, exactly. So and he's doing well for himself in acting. Fair play to him. Fair play. So
no, very well.
yeah, for that reason, Bashi is my number 6.
Number 6 for me, I'll put Wiley in. Obviously, like Sanjay already said, creating grime. Obviously, his work rate is unbelievably crazy. I remember when I was at school, but he released the Tunnel Vision mixtapes, and I think there was like 5 or 6 that dropped like within a year or something like that, with just 20 tracks on each of them. The work rate's mad. Obviously, brought through Dizzy. He's brought through a lot of artists as well. Esky Beat at the time, what he was making before it was called Grime. So he was here from easily 99 or whatever. MBE as well.
Yeah.
So for his music. But yeah, Wiley has to be in there. Has to be in there. I would have liked to put him higher, but there is artists that I think is better lyrically than him. But you can't touch him for work rate.
Yeah, fairs. Okay, Bill, on to you for number 6.
In at number 6, once again, Jack's done all the explaining for me. I've got Wiley myself. I mean, I don't particularly like him, but as Jack said, for what he's done and yeah, kind of who he's brought through, it makes sense to have him there.
Fairs. All right, top 5. Okay. Number 5 for me. And it goes, bit of back. New General Star. And I was going to put Footsie in there somewhere as well, because he was that good as well. But DWE. I get what you're saying as well about like he's not everyday sort of thing. He's not like album after album or even an album every other year. He's not, you know. I think, you know what, I could put him in the top 10 just for his sound that he comes in with.
Yeah,
you just hit he's mental. Yeah, it just gets you gassed and you know something's about to happen. The main reason as well for me is that it's appreciation from other artists as well. The appreciation that he gets from them. Whenever people say they're best and all that, he's always there and thereabouts. So I think a lot of people in the scene sort of rate what he's done. So yeah, for me, all the way from New Generals till now is DWE at number 5.
Number 5 for me, I'll put Skepta number 5. Just for the vital role that he played bringing grime back from the dead. And that's when he made That's Not Me. Do you think 3 years ago, before that, grime was dying out, no one really made grime. If you did make grime, it weren't breaking through. And then you heard That's Not Me. And then everyone loved grime again. You think he pushed that through to America? I know Bill's already spoke about that. And he won a Mercury Award. Come on, not everyone wins a Mercury Award. Skepta won one. And for me as well, when he was at the Mobos and he won the music video for an £80 video for That's Not Me, that was a crazy moment as well, man. So he's anyone's top 5 for me.
Fairs, yeah. Can't argue with it. Maybe number 5. Bill, number 5.
In at number 5, I've got my I'm taking it from my desert island.
I knew it was coming. I knew it.
I've got to have Stormzy in here. Like as you said a moment ago, that you go to America, who's on like everyone's tip of their tongue? Stormzy. So okay, fair enough. Some of these kind of newer music and it's more mainstream, but his older stuff, it's great. I mean, this look Sharp as well. That went mad. He performed it live at the O2 for Anthony Joshua walking out. Like, how can he not be in my top 5?
All right, cool. We'll so we're not here to debate yet. All right, number 4. I'm not gonna lie, this is where it got a bit blurry for me. Yeah, I couldn't figure out what order to put these guys in. That was all pretty straightforward. The rest of it, I'm not gonna lie, it was here. So number 4 is Wretch 3-2. Now, in every other conversation we've had, he's always been higher. But here's why he's not. And it's the fact he has got into the scene, come out the scene for a bit, got into the scene, come out a little bit. He's he always has been grime, you know, and lyrically, maybe bar one, you can't really touch him. You know, you can't come close to him either. So for me, he has to be in your top 4 or 5 without a doubt. He's just mad, lyrical genius. I think his best lyric for me wasn't even on one of his songs. And when we do the listings, we'll talk about it a bit more in depth. But yeah, he's just amazing at everything he's done. And everyone likes Wretch as well. So for that reason as well, to be in grime that long and not have one significant beef or anything, he must be pretty good. But yeah, he's my number 4. Jack, on to you.
You done the same as me, mate. Wretch 3-2, number 4. Best lyricist. He's best lyricist the UK has, hands down. And I mean, when he done that punctuation track back in the day, that was just fucking mind blowing, mate. But like, you listen to some of his tracks and you think you have to listen to them over 10 times to get everything that he said. And you could probably still go back after that and still pick up another bar that you think, oh shit, like there's another meaning in that. But yeah, man, Sanjay, you went over it as well.
Yeah, 100%.
Solid.
All right, Bill, number 4.
Well, at least we're all in agreement with number 4 then, I guess. I've got Wretch 3-2 in there as well.
I didn't expect this, because I didn't expect myself to put my number 4. I thought I put him higher, to be fair. Yeah, I thought I put him higher, but okay, we're all on the same page.
I mean, he's got that, he's iconic Fire in the Booth with Avellino as well. The lyrics that he comes out with, phenomenal.
Yeah, he's a talent. He's a special talent. Unless there's any nasty surprises, our top 3 should be the same people.
Just different. Yeah.
But I think it's going to be very different order. So my number 3 is Gets.
Okay.
He's number 3. I've never, and I don't care what genre we're talking about, heard someone with so much energy in my life.
No.
Whether it's on an Insta live or in a show in front of people, I've never seen it before in my life. And I'm sorry, when one take comes on, I'm dashing someone's head across the crowd. I'm dashing beers in the air. No, man. We're not going to speak about it, but we know what happened when we went to BBK Takeover. When Artillery come on and one take come on. We're not going to talk about it, but, you know, he's one of a kind as well, Gets. He's one of a kind. I think he's criminally underrated in the scene.
Yeah.
No, I think not by other artists, but by people in general.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I don't understand how he has got a bigger following than what he should, than he has at the moment. But yeah, Gets in my number 3.
Gets is my number 3. But yeah, like you say, he'll literally spit so much at a show that his voice will run out. Do you know what I mean? Like he will lose his voice because he will just put on the best show that you've ever done. The energy is unmatchable from Gets. Like you can't match that energy that he brings in, especially when someone else brings him out of a show and he'll just run out.
Yes,
mad, absolutely mad. And he created the movement as well, which was obviously Wretch 3-2 in there, Scorcher in there, Devlin, other artists like Lightning. There were so many. I think that was a heavyweight to go against Boy Better Know, to be honest.
Well, you know what? Yeah, if they all sort of stuck together and carried on going, that would have been some group.
Mental. Merkston was in there as well.
He's so hard as well.
But it's just if they stuck together, that would have been shut down every time.
Okay. Number 3 for you, Bill.
I mean, we're not meant to all agree on this, I don't think. But yeah, I've got Gets in there as well. I mean, as you said, the energy that he brings to a live show, to an Instagram. As I think I mentioned it last week, one of the first songs I heard from Gets was Artillery. And there's always that song that was on one of his albums called Skadoosh. And I still sing it in my head today. Yeah, I mean, we're not meant to be agreeing on this, guys. I mean, it's meant to be a bit of a debate going on. But...
Well, we'll see with the top 2. We'll see with the top 2 now. Okay, my number 2. I've just changed it. Literally just now. My number 2 is Kano. All right? And I don't give a fuck if you know what number 1 is now. But my number 2 is Kano. The reason he's number 2 is because he's from East London. No, the reason he's number 2 is because he is, without a doubt, for me, flow for flow, the best in grime history.
Yeah.
His voice is iconic. You know when it's a Kano song. His voice is iconic. A bit like with DWE, that KA at the start gets people hyped. When we've seen him live a few times. Jack, we went to, what was that, Grime with the orchestra when we heard him as well once.
Yeah.
Royal Albert Hall, when there was no sort of backing tracks, it was all done by orchestra.
Yeah.
And he come out for his song with Chip and Wretch, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, feeling myself. Yeah.
Feeling myself.
Yeah.
And it was ridiculous. He'd come out to that. Then we all saw him at Brighton for the festival we went to.
Yeah.
When
Do you even remember that?
Well, I remember that bit because I was not about to forget that. What I remember is he just come out of nowhere and that was it.
Yeah, that was.
It was game over. I was there. I think I lost everyone that I was with. I lost you lot. Just went walking to the front. God, Kano's, he's magic. He's the man. He is the man. But here's my number 2.
Number 2 for me. I've gone the opposite way, mate. I've gone Chip number 2. And just for the amount of lyrics he's got, he does not run out of bars. You know, and he said that himself. And for anyone who ever went against Chip in a clash, or they'll never win against him. He's got too many lyrics. You can't. As well, Who Are You as well, when that first ever dropped, for someone at 16 or whatever he was, to drop a grime track like that, and probably one of the best grime tracks ever, Chipmunk. Not necessarily Chip, but Chipmunk.
Yeah, no, 100%. Bill, number 2. Which way have you gone?
In number 2, I've actually got Bugsy Malone. No, I'm joking. I've got Chip as well.
If you went Bugsy Malone, I swear we'll be having a whole new podcast right now.
No, I've got Chip in there as well, man. Yeah, I mean, one of the first songs I heard of Chip's was actually Oopsie Daisy, funny enough. Then what you had, Diamond Rings, and they're kind of, when he came back to being Chip and going back to grime, obviously you got Snap Snap.
It's not
It's not grime, it's bashment.
Yeah, I guess so. But yeah,
I know what you mean. When he come back to the scene properly. Let's be honest. The first sort of grime that you probably know of him was probably his beef with Bugsy and Young'un and Tiny and Big Nasty and just about anyone else.
Yeah, that was the first kind of time I heard Chip back on grime, really. I mean, from what I knew, it was kind of Diamond Rings, Oopsie Daisy, Champion, you know. So
Fairs. Yeah, fine. I think we can all guess my number 1. And I did just change it now. It's Chip. I'm not going to say anything. We're going to leave it to the main debate. I'm not going to say nothing. We're going to chill. I'm going to chill. All right, it's cool. I'm going to chill. He's everything you guys have said. You know, he's bar for bar lyrically. Grime is based on an industry where people say what they think, very open-minded. I think we've all learned in the last 12, 13 years he's been doing it. You probably keep your feelings to yourself about Chip. You know, don't say it. And that's just not one person who's got it wrong and done it. It's been loads of people. So, yeah, for that reason, and of course, so many more, which we'll talk about later, Chip is my number 1. Jack?
I've gone Kano number 1. You've already touched base on most of Kano. But I remember the Jammer's Basement against Wiley, Lord of the Mics, and Kano edged it. And that's iconic for me, man. Kano's got to be my number 1.
Yeah, fair. Bill, over to you.
Kano.
What have you got?
Kano.
Yeah, you know what? I think part of me went there just because, not just solely because we're all going to have the same, but you know, we'll talk about it in the main list as well. But yeah, so that was our top 10s. A lot of agreements, to be fair. There is a few artists that each of us had that the others didn't. So that's quite interesting. So here comes the fun part, guys. Just like we did in the very first episode. We're going to go through it. We're going to top down and try and figure out who the best is. And again, for example, off the top of my head, Bill had gigs in it. Just because we didn't, if Bill puts up good enough argument and we buy into it, then fine, he'll go in the list. We'll just argue out. Normal rules apply, which I'm regretting straight away. 2-1 wins, basically. So, number 1 position. Talk to me about Kano. Not that you have to. because you probably talk to one of his biggest fans, but talk to me about Kano. Why is he number one over Chip?
Did you say it yourself last week that his Made in the Manor album was one of the best albums you've ever heard?
Yeah, and I also said that League of Their Own 2 was as well. So don't come witty with this about Kano and Chip. I swear, Dad. Nah, you can't, because these are my favourite two artists of any genre, any artist in the world. These are probably 1 and 2. You guys know how big a Chip fan I am, but massively a Chip fan. And Kano as well. So yeah, but okay, more to the point. Why did you choose Kano over Chip?
Why did I choose Kano over Chip? Because I'm going to say it straight up, and I'm probably going to get loads of hate for it. But obviously, I was back in Bugsy back in the day, and the beef was going on.
You can't choose him over Chip for that.
That's not a reason. But...
That's not a reason.
No. I'm not giving it as my reason. I'm not giving it as my reason.
Right.
But I don't know. The reason being is I can sit there and listen to Kano's full album as we go on our 2 skip roll. I mean, some of Chip's songs I kind of just skip through. I'm like, yeah, all right, yeah, that's all right. But with Kano, the Made in the Manor album was iconic. I mean, his latest album I don't think was all that, but yeah.
No, but for me, Kano, because like I say, Home Sweet Home, one of my favourite albums. Obviously, I'm going to take that to my desert island. And that's pure grime. I mean, there was some crossovers in there, but you still got that grimy flow coming through. Even on the track that's rock, you've got gets on it. Do you know what I mean? You're still coming with that the 140 BPM flows. The reason he edges over Chip is because of Chip now. He is more into the Afrobeat kind of side. And also with the Oopsie Daisy stuff, which wasn't grime as well. So that kind of takes him out of the equation a bit for me. And Kano's, as far as I know, he's always been grime. I think there might have been one album that probably wasn't, when he tried to cross over properly into mainstream. But yeah, for me, I think Kano and the messages he brings across, man, like you can listen to his whole album, it's like storytelling. That's why I think Kano's top. And to beat Wiley in the Clash, come on.
I got to argue for Chip now, yeah?
Yeah.
That shouldn't be too hard. Okay, first of all, what is grime music? It's about MCs shelling it.
Yeah.
You don't get better than Chip. Lyrically, bar for bar. Can't run out of bars. You can't touch it. And I love Kano, don't get twisted, I do. But then I also bring up work rate. Same way you did for Wiley. If you look at Chips, when he's passionate about it and when he really wants it, he just goes in. I know we spoke about the Bugsy beef and whatever, Tiny and all that, Young'un. But let's look at the work rate he did, you know, and how he broke it down in that Fire in the Booth, the way he said, no, I strategically ripped them to shreds, and this is what I'm going to do. And he said, I was quiet, I waited a year on the dot for when I got dissed to come on your Fire in the Booth, ripped him to shreds. And then he went literally, was it 3 in a week? His last one was hat trick. Straight away, wordplay. Third one was hat trick, 3 in a week, done, boom. The way he's ripped apart someone, and let's be honest, Bugsy, he went quiet for a while, but Bugsy done well in the sense that he made his name off that. He made his name off that. You know, so he done his thing, you know, and he's where he wants to be. Fair play to him. Tiny Temper, the smartest thing he ever done was not go back at him. Young'un's never been back into battling since. I like Young'un as well, but he went straight into the girl choose. He left it. He went, I ain't had none of this. He got his Nando stolen. He went. You know, my man was gone. Right? But from the fuck radio days to the Westward, to everything in between he's ever done, barring work rate, straight shelling, everything he's done. And yeah, look, he went away for a while. He did go away. He went and done whatever he did, the transition album and all that. But you know what? That was ahead of his time as well. But obviously we won't talk about it. It wasn't grime really. But for everything he has done, and the only thing with Kano I'd say is it 3 albums that he's dropped?
He dropped more than that.
I think the others were mixtapes, things like that. Where there was only 3 or 4 studio albums.
He's done at least 5.
Has he done 5? I thought it was 4 max.
He's done Home Sweet Home, London Town.
London Town, yeah.
Grime Street.
That's the one I forgot. He's done the recent one that made the Manor before that. So there is at least 5. Yeah, you're right.
At least 5.
But what I'd say is, if you take away, for me, if you take away P's and Q's, if you were to make a top 5 tracks between them two, I think Kano probably has 2 in there, maybe if you're lucky on a good day. I'd go Chip with most of them. I'd go Chip, and I could sit here and just ring off all his diss tracks where he just lyrically is just genius. The way he's ripped people to shreds.
Yeah, but
That's
what
why for
Kano
me
was doing this before they was put into tracks and coming out. He's been clashing and going doing Lord of the Mics, doing our whole clashes. They're not even, you can't even see them now, pretty much.
Yeah, I totally agree. And we're arguing between 2 of my favorites. So like whichever one wins, I'm happy. It's is what it is. But yeah, for me, that's why for me Chip did the Fuck Radio days as well and the old Westwoods. They were so hard when you listen back now. And we all watched his Insta live. There were some songs you think you're raw shit. Wow, forgot about that. Forgot about those days.
Yeah.
And he was in the era obviously when a lot of people coming up. Kano as well. Let's have it straight. He was in the era where obviously Wiley himself were all coming up together, doing their own thing, clashing. Chip was at the one where it was a bit more in the camera. You know, you were doing it. It was a bigger audience to what you were doing when you were clashing. So
yeah,
that's why for me. But look, I'm happy to go either way, guys. In terms of these 2 artists, more than happy. So my vote is for Chip. Are you 2 staying with Kano?
I'm staying with Kano, mate.
yeah.
That's cool. We'll put Kano straight into number 1.
So number 2 is made up already. Then basically,
So it's got to be Chip.
Yeah,
that's fine. I think we always knew it'd be one or the other.
Yeah.
With those. Look, 2 of the greats. Let's have it straight. 2 of the greats to ever do it. And obviously, in our opinion, the 2 greatest. So, number 3. We all had the same number 3.
we're all in agreement on number 3 as well. This isn't going to plan, to be honest.
No, this is okay. This is okay. I mean, Gets. You have to have Gets up there.
Of course, you have to get it.
You have to.
Even on his latest track, Microsoft Word, that he dropped, slow beat, but he's still got that grime flow. He switches the flow so madly that you can't even keep up with what his flow is. Like the way that he does it is just mad.
100%. I mean, like you said, the slower tracks and that, you still manage to get the same energy across in them as well, though. Like the energy, how I don't quite understand how you can go from something like one take and have it straight. Artillery is quite a slow track, like in terms of the wording, not necessarily the beats, but like how he does it.
But he still has that flow.
Yeah, and the energy, like when you're listening to it, it's just like shit. So obviously you brought up the beef with Bashi, Jack, back in the day.
Yeah.
Iconic, just for that. Where's Carlos?
Trust me.
I don't think anyone still knows where Carlos
had that energy, mate.
Yeah, definitely. When you watch them, they're literally like on a street corner. When you watch them barring each other,
it's just mad. But yeah,
absolutely mad.
That's probably one of my favourite clashes. Just for the entertainment value.
Yeah, no, definitely. Perfect. So number 4, did we all have the same number 4?
Wretch, weren't it?
Yeah, Wretch.
Speak about Wretch. Any of you? Speak about Wretch. What's your thoughts first of all?
Wretch, man, he's like I say, he's the best lyricist. You listen to his stuff and you have to literally pick apart what he's saying. Like Wretch is just, I don't know as well. Like I know he's got a lot of hip hop songs as well, but for grime, like when Punctuation come out, that was grime obviously, and that was just one you had to just sit and listen to, especially as being 14, 15, and you're sitting listening to that. But yeah, for me, it's just because of his lyrics. It's just the lyrics.
He's I said before, he's a unique talent to the scene.
Yeah,
everything he's done. And what I was sort of getting at before when I said one of his best lyrics, one of his best verses was actually in a Chipmunk mixtape. Do you remember CMAR, Cash Money Always Recording?
Yeah,
he done a remix of Moment for Life.
Yeah.
And then he also done the All I Do Is Win remix with
wasn't that a joint mixtape?
Yeah, with the 2 of them. So it was himself, Wretch. I want to say Scorcher was in it, and there was someone else in it as well.
Yeah.
Wretch's verse in there is ridiculous.
Yeah, he killed it.
He literally says in there as well. He doesn't strike me as someone big-headed, just the way he is interviews and that. But he literally said there, he said, and lyrically, I'm competing with Shakespeare. It's just like, dear God. You just said what everyone has said for ages, and now you've like embraced it.
But But there's not a verse that I haven't heard from Wretch, even on his own albums. You can see why he will literally go quiet and come back, because he's probably sitting, putting all his bars together and perfecting what he wants to say. But yeah, lyrically, man.
I mean, in terms of Wretch, I mean, I kind of, once again, it's more of his kind of mainstream stuff. I've got kind of well, the first thing I kind of thought about when I had him in my list was Tractor, 6 Words, Unorthodox. They're kind of more him trying to jump onto mainstream more than anything.
Yeah, that's when like the whole scene kind of shifted into.
Yeah, it kind of shifted over to the side, but that's when I kind of started to listen to UK more than anything.
I never liked that transition from anyone, really.
Yeah, it kind of didn't work out very well, did it? I mean, the only one that kind of had any success with it was Chip.
But I know you guys know that I didn't like that.
I remember talking about it a few times. Obviously, it was weird because there were some who done it, but it stayed in the UK like Wretch.
Yeah,
like they stayed here. Who's it? Tractor featuring L, I want to say.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
He done a few tracks like that, and they were he stayed in the UK, so it was interesting to see him go different direction. Chip obviously literally went a different direction. You know, done all these things and whatever else, but it was an interesting time for UK music, without a doubt.
Yeah, it was.
Without a doubt. So
even Wretch putting together like When Don't Go, that was just a full-on pop tune.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a good tune, but full-on pop tune.
He had that song with Ed Sheeran as well, didn't he? Was it Hush Little Baby?
Yeah.
See, all those songs, they're all good songs, but they're just
songs.
not probably the Wretch, the Chip that we knew.
Yeah.
From before.
Especially coming up in the scene and being that age that me and you were, Sanj.
Yeah.
Like we were like, 15, 16, whatever. It's just like you're hearing grime bangers coming through constantly, and then they all just switched into a mainstream. That's why I didn't really rate it, especially being at that age when that's what you want to hear. You want to hear grime. You want to hear like stuff that you're not hearing on the radio, and then it kind of went that way.
100%.
Probably was the one. He was probably one of the favourite ones to do it at that point, but no, it wasn't really my.
Yeah, I mean, like all the songs that we said, Tractor, Hush Little Baby, Don't Go. I liked all them songs. It just wasn't Wretch that we do from before.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So then it's funny for him to do all that and then come back with the Fire on the Booth that he done.
Yeah.
Was it part 4 where he's wearing the Arsenal top and he does like 6 minutes in one take?
Yeah.
Ridiculous, man. Like the guy's something else. But
trust me.
But no, there's a reason why I all agreed him at number 4. Okay, so this is where the fighting starts. Number 5, right? Remind me of your number 5s. Mine was DEE.
Mine was Stormzy.
Mine was Skepta.
Okay, so Bill, have you got DEE in your list? You didn't have him in your list.
No, he ain't in my list at all.
Jack, you've got DEE somewhere, haven't you?
I've got DEE. He was 7th.
I've got Skepta at 9.
See, I think Skepta does deserve to be higher up.
I've got Skepta at 7.
For the reasons that you're saying Skepta, and let's ignore DEE for a second, but for the reasons you're saying Skepta, I would argue that Wiley goes above Skepta.
Yeah, but I think Skepta done it better than Wiley.
But like you said, Wiley invented it.
He did invent it. That's why he calls himself the Godfather. He's not actually the king of grime.
But then for someone to invent it, to bring up this whole genre, change the name of it as well. What was it? Eskimo?
So when Wiley first started, he had this new sound and he called it SQB.
That was it, SQB.
He was like, oh no, it's grime, since obviously it started transitioning.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like, even though Wiley created it, I just can't put him above Skepta.
No.
I don't know why. I can't put him above Skepta. Because I think Skepta's beats are better than Wiley's beats. Because they both produce most of their own stuff.
Yeah, agreed.
The sound of Skepta is a more polished version of Wiley's.
See, with Skepta, I always, and this is one thing that I do like about Wiley. For that exact same thing that you said, and let's be honest, all artists have done this, polished their sound, made it more relevant now.
Yeah.
Wiley's always, it's almost like all Wiley's songs are performed and videos and whatever in a small little room in his house. Small little room in his house. and he's always done it there, which is what I like. It is that consistency. It's always been that, and he's always stuck to know this is what I started. Obviously, this is what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
You know, he's never done the big transition that all the others have done and things like that. Okay, he had a few songs. What was it? Reload he done. Wearing my Rolex, things like that. He done a few like that.
But he even stated himself that he done those to fund grime.
Yeah, and that's
so he'll go mainstream and make the money from it, but he'll fund the grime project that will come out like the next year or so. So for that, he's always done those mainstream songs for a purpose, really.
Yeah, no, of course. It's all right. Let's talk about Stormzy. Let's see how much you convince us.
Let's talk about Stormzy. So, as I said to you when I first brought him up, you go over to America, you start talking about UK. Probably the first person they're going to bring up to talk about UK is Ed Sheeran. But then when you start talking about UK rap and UK grime, it's Stormzy.
Now they bring up Skepta.
You'd bring up. I mean,
that depends when you listen to the
collaboration with Drake. Fair enough, but I don't know. Stormzy, like what the first ever grime artist to win a Brit Award. How can you not have him at number 5?
And this is the question because I don't know the answer. Do you remember Florence and the Machine featuring Dizzy Rascal?
Yeah.
Did that win a Brit Award? I don't think it'll go down as a grime artist winning the Brit Award because he was a feature on it. But let's be honest.
But I'm sure Dizzy Rascal's won a Brit Award.
He done a lot for that. He done a lot in that song. You know, we'll keep talking while someone researches it. But no, what I'm saying is, I get it. And I guess while Bill's looking at that, Jack, I'll ask you a straight question: is Skepta better than Stormzy?
Yeah.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So Dizzy Rascal won Best Male Solo Artist in 2010.
Okay. Right. And so I'll hold my hands
up. There.
Hold my hands up.
That takes away your album one for 2 weeks ago as well. But no, so that was just off the top of my head because I just remember that song. What I will say, they're both very good. Let's not get twisted. But, and I think you know what I'm going to say, Skepta had success here, then took his music to America.
Yeah.
Here's what I'll say. Stormzy had success, then took himself to other areas, other genres, into America as well. He didn't take grime with him, I'd argue. No. He just rapped on songs. I would say his success, his big success, commercial success, was not grime. That would be my argument. It's not where Skepta, hands up wherever I think about him, his success that he had in America was grime.
Yeah. And they got people talking about grime.
Yeah.
And then after Skepta done it, and then obviously, like I said, he brought grime back. I think he was probably one of the vital roles in bringing grime back. Then Stormzy come through. Then Stormzy jumps on grime. But then when Stormzy drops an album, it wasn't grime.
Yeah, I've never thought anything he'd done was grime. I mean, when you think the word grime, the genre grime, I don't think Stormzy.
So you don't think he's Wicked Skangmans are not grime?
I don't think they're that good.
No.
Yeah, he might have jumped on an old grime track because that was popping at that moment in time. Do you know what I mean? Everyone was jumping on the old grime track. Like Chipmunk, he done tracks on the old grime beats. People was jumping on old grime beats left, right, and centre.
Look, they were all on Gets His One Take. They all done remixes of that.
Yeah.
Things like that. They all done them. I mean, Stormzy was in that era. He done a lot of Chip songs with Chip as well. Actually, at that time, I'm trying to think back, but he doesn't strike me as someone you could do a back-to-back with. I know he done Hear This with Chip, but I didn't really rate his ones. They were more like funny lines when I heard his ones. They didn't get me thinking. They were like, when he goes, you can't, where was you for the past, and all that stuff. It was like, okay, it wasn't intelligent. Okay, he had to go at bonkers during that, didn't he? He called out bonkers, obviously, for whatever happened with him. But I don't know. I just don't think of him as someone who is grime. I just think of him as a rapper.
Okay, maybe when he first started, he could have been going on the route to be a grime artist. But then I was shocked when his album came out because I thought it was going to be grime. But
it was more gospel. But can we not just get back onto a couple of months ago when he bodied Wiley? I mean, everyone's saying he does this, he does that. He's not a grime artist. He bodied Wiley over the course of 3 songs. And you're thinking about putting Wiley above him. Okay, fair enough.
Wiley goes above him all day long. You mad?
I personally don't like Wiley.
I don't.
You have to respect Wiley.
Yeah,
you respect Wiley for what he's done for the scene, but
Wiley dropped a zip file album and it had 200 songs on it, and you just downloaded it to your computer. 200 plus songs, and that weren't even fucking album.
for me, all right, Stormzy. Let's have it straight. All right, I'm gonna try and sum up Stormzy as best I can, so we're all happy. He is a very good rapper,
and he dabbles in and out of grime.
Yeah, he's a rapper. I would not call him an MC. No. I would not say here's the mic, drop a freestyle.
No,
you know, I think there's about, let alone 10, there's about 20 artists have before him to drop a freestyle. When it comes to what he's done, yes, by all means, you know, smashed it. We talked about the stuff with Jay-Z 2 weeks ago now, was it? We spoke about all of that. He's very good. He's very good. And you have to, the same way that obviously I'm showing respect to Wiley, whatever he done, even though I don't really like him, same with Skepta. You have to show respect to Stormzy for what he's done. I just don't think he done enough in grime to be a grime, and I'll say it, to be a grime top 10. For me, personally. I mean, we spoke about Skepta and Stormzy now. Let's just hold. I said D-double. Jack, he was number 7 on your list. Bill, he wasn't on your list, which, to be fair, I understand, given the age and things like that. I actually get it.
I don't really know.
I mean, you're probably thinking the song with Gets and Kano, and to be fair, that is fucking enough to put him in the list itself. But anyway, I'm thinking Street Fighter. I was thinking Street Fighter rhythm and all of that.
Yeah, come on.
Street Fighter rhythm, that one. Oh my god! Yeah. Like, do general stuff. For anyone who's seen the 60 Minutes live, when they both go on there as well.
Yeah, mad.
Boy, that's why for me, I just think, and look, I get it. He hasn't been around as much. I get it. He hasn't. But when
I said he's probably Grime's best MC.
Yeah.
But the only reason I placed him down was because of, he isn't in your face as much as anyone else, or dropping as many tracks as anyone else. But he does deserve to be as high up as possible.
So, I mean, you said Skepta, and you've put D-double at 7. What would you choose? Where would you say they ranked?
So I'd like Skepta, man. I prefer to have Skepta there.
Yeah,
just personal opinion.
Skepta goes above D-double if I'm giving this position up.
You can't say he's the best MC in grime and then have him below people.
Yeah, but it's like, come on, Skepta put together Boy Better Know.
Did he, or was that JME?
Well, they're both
done it
at the same time.
Who pushes it more?
They both do, in a different way.
I think you just hear more about Skepta because he's Skepta.
Yeah.
JME pushes it on a UK level. He will push it this in the UK, but Skepta, he took Boy Better Know brand worldwide.
It's interesting because
where Drake's got a tattoo.
Because right, for me, if we start bringing into he done this for the scene, he done that for the scene, don't worry, he's not coming close to the list. But you can say put Jammer in there as well then.
You know what? Jammer should be in here. He should be in there for what he's done, but he can't.
This top three should be Jammer, Wiley, and Skepta then. It shouldn't be anyone else. But
yeah, Jammer should be there. It's hard not to put him.
Man made Markle, man. Let's not get twisted. No, okay.
Lord of the Mics. Come on, Jammer has to.
Come on, Lord of the Mics. He credit. But then this is where we have to stop now and say, right, okay, are we doing it for what they brought to the scene?
I think Skepta is a good MC though as well.
But is he
better
back
in the days on radio?
But is he better than D-double?
I think Skepta, his voice is better than D-double for the way that he talks. He's more concise with it. He's more clear with what he's saying. It's like pinpoint sharp going through you.
But then I'd argue D-double's more unique.
He is more unique, yeah.
And he's better bar for bar. Flow, bar for bar, lyrics, I'd say he's better.
Yeah, but then Skepta has a
You're the one who said he's a better MC.
He's a better MC, yeah, he is. But Skepta has more solid flow. Solid.
Bill, there's your two arguments.
I mean, I'm going to go with Skepta because I ain't even got D-Double in my list. So Skepta, if I'm going to give up Stormzy's position, it's going to be Skepta.
Fair enough. Skepta, what number was that? Number 5?
Number 5, yeah.
All right, Skepta's at number 5. So number 6 is I had Bashi. Obviously, I still got D-Double from number 5. Jack, who did you have?
I had Wiley.
Bill?
I had...
You had Wiley as well, didn't you?
Yeah, I had Wiley.
So I'm probably not going to win with Bashi on this one because you both got Wiley here. So I'm going to go back to D-Double. And say
it's hard.
Between the two, Wiley and D-Double, and let's be straight, right? We based that last argument just then on, we took away what Skepta's done with Boy Better Know. We based it just on obviously lyric for lyric, flow for flow, you know, and whatever else. And yeah, Bill's picked Skepta, fine. If you're going to start saying, right, okay, Wiley's done this for the scene against D-Double, Wiley's going to win all day because D-Double probably hasn't brought a lot of people through, anything like that.
Yeah.
I'm asking you to judge it on who the best artist.
Right, I'll put D-Double at 6.
Bill?
But a second ago, you're just talking about work rate, etc. 200 odd songs on a zip file, etc.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. We're not talking about that. We're not talking about what they've done. We're talking about
that's not what they've done for the scene, though. That's pure work rate. That's as them as
that would come under artist, I guess. So yeah, you could have that
that's
argument
them as an
work
artist.
rate.
Yeah, but D-Double, like I say, he is probably your best grime rapper. There's nothing else.
But you're contradicting yourself because you just said Skepta has the best flows and
yeah, he has the best flows. Yeah, and I think he's got a better collection of music. Like I could listen to pretty much any Skepta song and I'll like it. And like I say, I think he was probably the main person who brought grime back when no one was listening to grime. So that's why I'd put Skepta higher.
But once again, that's talking about what he's done for the scene. We're talking about what they're doing as an artist.
Yeah, but I just said for you that I'll listen to pretty much any Skepta song.
Okay.
Yeah, I get the argument for Skepta. What I'm saying now is Wiley and D-Double for this number 6 position. I mean, yeah, for me, I'm not even arguing. It's D-Double. I've said it all in the last one already. It's just what you guys think. Wiley or D-Double?
Mine's Wiley, to be honest with you.
Jack, casting vote?
I'll still go D-Double, man.
Yeah.
D-Double then.
All right, so D-Double. I'm writing all this down as we go. So next up was I should really start listing these. Number 7?
Right, now I'll go Wiley.
Right, Wiley was my number 7. Bill, what was yours?
Sorry, I had it run the wrong way. My number 6 was Wiley. My number 7 was Skepta. So I'm gonna go with Wiley.
Fine. So you're both going Wiley. Whoever had that we haven't mentioned. Was this number 7? Sorry.
7, yeah.
Yeah.
So I had Wiley as well. I had Bashi above him at number 6 before.
Yeah.
Is that an argument?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm not going to get my chat at Bill on this one either, so it's fine. I ain't going to get no change out of Bill on that, so fine. You know what? Wiley as number 7, fine, not a problem at all.
I mean, unless you want to bring up the film Shank, then we can talk all day, you know.
He was in Top Boy as well.
With his When the Sky Falls.
I mean, he's in Top Boy as well. Okay, number 8. I had Akala.
I've got Gigs.
Jack, who do you have?
I had Devlin, I think. Yeah,
you had Devlin.
Yeah.
I've got Devlin at number 9.
So I'm going to argue Devlin don't come in this list, by the way. And I'm going to put some points towards the end.
Yeah. So
he doesn't come in yet anyway.
Who have we got? Devlin, Akala and Gigs.
I've also got Bashi from before. So you're talking all 4 of them now. Right, let's knock one out first. Make it a battle of 3. And I'm sorry, I'm going to be honest. First of all, you're knocking out. Oh shit! I've just buckled. I was going to say Devlin. You're knocking out first of all, but now I'm sort of thinking Gigs.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, fair enough. Yeah, but and then I'm contradicting myself really by saying it. So I was about to say what Gigs is doing now isn't what you kind of class as UK grime.
Well, I'll argue right now that Gigs ain't had a banger in 11 years. I'll argue it right now.
He has had bangers, but
Tell me what song?
think...
Not 11 years, exaggeration. In the last 8 years, tell me a banger he has had. He has had.
No, he's had bangers. He had Lock though.
Okay, I will argue that Doneo made that track.
Yeah, but it was still a good tune.
Yeah, and
it's a hype tune.
What else?
He had what's the one with Gets?
That's what Gas Mark 9.
Yeah, he had that.
He admitted it on his
That's
on
Gets.
That
it's more Gets, yeah.
That Gets just destroyed him. But he even said he was shit on it.
But that's the thing though, because Gigs ain't that kind of rapper really. That Gets
used to be, which is why I said the last 8 years I was careful to say not ever, because let's have it straight. Bus commercial, hustle on. Look what the cat dragged in.
Yeah,
Talking the hardest. Let's not get that is known affectionately as the national anthem. Talking the hardest. Let's not have it.
Yeah,
let's not mix it up like. So
it's national anthem, but I would take Gigs out of this whole top 10 altogether because I don't think he's grime pretty much at all.
Take Devlin with him as well. But we'll get onto that later. So okay, fine. So we're at Akala, Devlin, Bashi. That is three MCs. That is three serious MCs.
We should drag Gigs out.
Yeah, I'll drag Gigs out. But that is three serious MCs. Akala, Bashi, Devlin. Wow.
Look what a cat dragged out then, I guess.
Yeah.
He's gone. That is three serious MCs.
Yeah.
Wait. First of all, where do we stand on Akala?
Well, I liked Akala back in the day. I know he's gone more into like politics and stuff now.
Yeah.
He hasn't got a like his discography and stuff like that. It probably isn't big at all, but his freestyles are.
I was going to say
he's always spoke some real shit, like and standing up for the streets and stuff like that. So he's always been woke. I can say he's woke.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying 100%. If you look at his music that he's put out, it doesn't compare to probably anyone on either of our lists. When you look at his freestyles that he's done up until most recently, a month ago, that's the best Dave Dumpy I've ever heard. And that's why, as sort of a grime list, I've put him in there just based on his flow, lyrics, passion, because he's obviously passionate about what he does. He does a lot of politics stuff, like you said.
Yeah.
Fine. That's the Carla. Devlin. Talk about Devlin.
Bill, you want to talk about Devlin? I feel like I'm doing a lot of talking right now.
Look, as I said earlier on, like when I was in school, you had London City. What was that? What of his Bud Sweats and Beards album? I think it was called. That
was like the weird mainstream time as well.
Yeah, as I said, like most of the stuff I'm going to talk about is the mainstream because that's when I started to kind of more listen to UK at the time. But I mean, he also had another it was like a back-to-back with Gigs, I think. I can't remember the name of the song.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
And yeah, for me, that's why Devlin's.
For me, I'd pick
Devlin. Akala anyway. As you just said, Sanj, it's more freestyles from Akala than it is kind of music and tracks that get released.
Yeah, you don't hear, especially nowadays, you don't hear a lot from Akala music-wise, like track-wise, song-wise. But obviously, we can go back because I remember when he dropped 2 albums, or do you know what I mean? And he did drop tracks quite regularly. So that's the only thing that weighs it up.
The other one in the sort of conversation was Bashi.
Yeah, I love Bashi, man.
Now, Bashi was, and you have to say the word was, because he don't do it anymore. Let's be honest, he don't do it anymore. And that probably out of everyone on the list, that's the only one you can really say it about.
Yeah.
Carla does his freestyles. Devlin went quiet for a long time, 8 years back.
Yeah.
I guess Dizzy as well is the other one you can really say about. Doesn't really do much now. Boy, Bashi was
hard.
No argument. He would be number 1 or 2 in this list if he carried on.
Yeah, definitely. You think that the mixtapes that he dropped were so, like, he was talking about stuff that people didn't even talk about then.
He was so ahead of his time.
Yeah, he was. And it's kind of, people are only just talking about nowadays what he was talking about then. Yeah. Like I said, like the Black Boys track, no one was talking like that then.
Nah,
no one. And like, if you listen to his mixtapes, they'll tell a story through it as well.
I think he was the original storyteller.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, 100%, without a doubt. He's
But you'd say it's so hard that it will stick in your mind.
You know what, Jack? I'm going to let you have the vote on it. I'm going to let you choose between Akala, Devlin, and Bashi for this. For number 8.
Is it 8? I'm going to take Bashi.
You're going to take Bashi?
Yeah, I'm going to take Bashi.
Okay. Right, number 9s. I had Skepta, so that's already done. So I guess I'm putting Akala forward for this again. Jack, who did you have?
Who did I have? My number 9 was Bashi.
Is there anyone that so you're taking Devlin again, I guess?
Yeah.
We got 2 places, so why don't we just say whoever we got left in the list? So I've got Akala and Dizzy Rascal left.
So Dizzy Rascal should be in it as a combined thing.
Thank you. I was waiting for you to say this.
Be in it.
Jack, who did you have at 9 and 10?
I had Bashi and Jamie 9 and 10.
So you've got Devlin as well. So Devlin and Jamie, you're taking forward. Bill, who have you got?
I've got Devlin and Jamie.
And you've still got Giggs, and you've still got Stormzy in your list. So
yeah, Stormzy's down at 10.
Okay. Right, the 2 names that stick out. No, actually, there's more than 2, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
You got Jamie.
Yeah.
Dizzy Rascal.
Oh.
Giggs or Devlin? Choose one.
Devlin.
Devlin's better at grime.
Okay, so goodbye, Giggs. Stormzy or Devlin? Choose one.
Devlin.
Stormzy.
Jesus. I'm going Devlin on that. Sorry. Right, so we've got Devlin, Dizzy Rascal, and Jamie with 2 positions left. I will argue, for me, my 2, I will drop Makala out, and I would say Dizzy and Jamie. Take the last 2 spots.
Dizzy should go 9th.
Yeah, I think that's in that order. Dizzy, then Jamie. Dizzy,
yeah.
Dizzy was mad back in the day. I didn't like him since. Probably 2010 onwards. He didn't do... Well, he done a lot, but not what I liked.
It weren't grime, was it?
Yeah, it was, but... Was it the Boy in the Corner album?
Yeah. Oh. That's what brought grime into the public eye.
100%. And if you want to talk about bringing it into different genres, like I said, when he dropped that tune with Florence and the Machines...
Yeah, I mean...
He brought rap forward in 2010, and what Skepta had done 3-4 years ago, what Stormzy's doing last year, he'd done it in 2010.
Yeah.
He's been doing it since before that.
Yeah, no, exactly. He's always the forgotten child of grime, I think, because of the beef with Wiley. He was sort of that forgotten child for a bit.
And obviously went mainstream as well, obviously.
Yeah.
But the tunes are still good.
Yeah, definitely.
They're very good songs as well, but that's why he does get left out of a lot of grime things.
Yeah.
His first 2 albums were 100% grime, and they were mad.
They were high quality as well, high quality. Yeah. So the 2 I would have is Jamie at 9. No, tell a lie. Dizzy Rascal at 9. Jamie at 10. I'd have.
Yeah, I'd do the same.
Bill, what's your thoughts?
I mean, I haven't got Dizzy Rascal even in my list at all. But I suppose from what you're saying about the first 2 albums and what he has, I suppose I'm saying we're not talking about what people have done for the industry though, but going back to 2010, I suppose he was the first British grime artist to win a...
I knew he won something. I just didn't know what. I thought, to be fair, I thought it was Song of the Year. I'm not going to lie. I didn't think it was actually male artist.
I knew he'd won something.
Yeah. I thought it was Song of the Year of Florence and the Machines. I did not know he won male artist, and that is big.
Yeah. I've had this big flagship for Stormzy. Oh yeah, he's 2018 Brit Award winner, first ever.
Boyd.
Yeah, he's the first ever UK Glastonbury headliner, UK rap Glastonbury headliner, should I say?
Right. So, with that being
Dizzy,
said,
yeah.
are we going Dizzy and Jamie?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
And in what order?
Yeah, those Dizzy at 9,
Yeah.
Jamie 10.
Right. So, if that is all confirmed, and feel free to shout out any disagreements at the end of this. And number 10, Jeremy. Number 9, Dizzy Rascal. Number 8 is Bashi. Number 7 is Wiley. 6, DWE. 5 is Skepta. 4 is Wretch. 3 is Get. 2 is Chip. And 1 is Kano.
Yeah.
I disagree.
I'm sure you do, but I'm not putting Stormzy in this list. To be fair, right, the names I had floating around the list, I had Stormzy, I had Giggs, I had JME, all floating around the list.
Yeah.
Lethal Bizzle was there for what he done before he was Lethal Bizzle, just like we said off camera. Boy, who's that boy Lethal B? You know, all of that stuff.
How?
Yeah, exactly. The first pal, yeah, exactly. So he was there for that. Interesting one, really quick one. What would we say Cadet was?
He was more.
He started grime, but I think he went into rap and
he
hip hop a bit. But he did start grime.
He did start grime, yeah.
You know, just a shout on that one because
It was. I think he was hip hop.
yeah, I think he was a bit more the other way. And
Yeah.
I'm sure when we do a future list, he'll come up again. But did anyone have any more names that were floating about?
Yeah, you've got P Money, Tinchy Schroeder. Nobody's mentioned.
Tinchy again. I just don't think he was there. Oh, he was there long enough. Actually, I'd be contradicting myself. He was there for quite a long time.
He did a fair amount of grime tracks.
Yeah, he did. He did. And you know what? He had. He did have a lot of grime tracks. I don't think about it properly. He was good. I just think he. All right, here's my thing with him. I think he disappeared at the peak of his powers. When he was smashing it, that's when he left.
Yeah,
It was like, where you going? He just made
done
the
a
song
couple
with
of things though, and they didn't really bang.
Yeah. I mean, he's done the song with was it N Dubs or was it just Dappy? Number 1.
Yeah. He done that was.
And he does Spaceships as well with Spaceship with Dappy. And they all banged. They got such good commercial success, and then he just went.
Yeah, but he did do a grime. It was like a grime mixtape.
Yeah,
and it didn't bang whatsoever really. And then
which
that
is
was
weird.
I heard of him, and then I've heard odd songs here and there. But for me, it was his delivery. I don't think his delivery was good enough.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
The way that I didn't really.
Just the way that he used to spit in that. Devlin was, I know you guys mentioned him. He was brilliant. You know, when he first come up, I remember the song Young Guns with Jasmine, Devlin, Ed Sheeran had one more person in it as well.
Yeah.
When Ed Sheeran was grime when he first started, that was mad. Yeah, that was brilliant to see. But yeah, there were a few obviously around our list. Giggs was there and thereabouts. P Money, you mentioned Bill as well.
Yeah.
A lot of people say. Yeah.
I had Dot Rotten in there.
Oh yeah.
God's Gift was in there. Crazy Titch was in there.
Crazy Titch.
I had Frisco as well. I don't know if you'll be surprised with that, but I did have Frisco.
I had Footsie banging about it.
Yeah, Footsie, yeah, he was sick.
I had Footsie there and thereabouts because he was up there as well. But no, that seems quite comprehensive. We got there in the end. It wasn't as difficult as probably we thought at first.
No.
We did agree on quite a few, which is always good. Any last words from yourself, guys? All good to go?
I'm happy with the list, man. I'm happy with that.
Happy with the list. Kano over Chip. Okay, we can argue about that off camera.
But you know what? Like the top four, definitely. Yeah, you could change that however you want.
Yeah,
they are interchangeable. Yeah, the top four. You can play them any way you want, without a doubt. But no, that was our list of the top 10 grime artists. We will do another one a bit later on down the line for more relevant nowadays, if you like, artists, more the Afro beats, hip hop, rap, whatever. But look, again, thanks a lot for listening, guys. Really appreciate all the support so far. The competition is still ongoing, so you can win yourself a voucher. We've had about 4 entries at the moment, so we're still going with a lot of people promising to do it as well. So we'll keep it going, see how many we can get interested. But again, stay safe once again. We all saw the announcement on Monday. Make sure you're doing whatever the hell he said we got to be doing. And however you took that message, do it. But no, stay safe, guys. And we will speak again next week. Thank you very much.